Princess Leonor sat just feet away from Donald Trump. Why the moment drew so much attention? Imagine sitting just a few feet away from one of the world's most recognizable political figures. Every camera is pointed in your direction. Every expression is analyzed. Every handshake becomes tomorrow's headline. 4. Moments like these are becoming an increasingly important part of her preparation as Spain's future queen. When members of the Spanish royal family attend international events alongside world leaders, including public attention naturally follows. But was the moment actually awkward? Or were people simply reading too much into a formal diplomatic setting? Let's take a closer look. Why every seat matters at international ceremonies. Where people sit is rarely random. Seating plans are usually determined by diplomatic protocol, the type of event, official roles, and security considerations. Being seated near another head of state or public figure does not necessarily suggest a close personal relationship or a private conversation. Protocol, not personal preference, often decides these arrangements. The role of the future Queen Princess Leonor is gradually taking on more visible responsibilities. Although she is not yet queen, she is learning how to represent Spain at ceremonies, official events, and international occasions. Simply being present at these gatherings is part of her education as a future head of state. Watching experienced leaders interact can be an important learning opportunity. Diplomacy is carefully choreographed. When cameras capture world leaders and royal families together, viewers often try to interpret every smile, glance, or gesture. In reality, official events follow carefully planned schedules. There are formal greetings, official photographs, short conversations, and ceremonial moments. Most interactions are brief and governed by protocol rather than spontaneous personal exchanges. Why people notice Donald Trump? Donald Trump is one of the world's most recognizable political figures. Whenever he attends a major international event, media attention naturally increases. As a result, anyone seated nearby, whether another president, prime minister, or member of a royal family, is likely to attract additional coverage. That attention says as much about public curiosity as it does about the event itself. Remaining politically neutral. One of the most important principles of the Spanish monarchy is political neutrality. The royal family represents Spain, not political parties or individual leaders. That means Leonor is expected to treat elected leaders from different countries with the same professionalism and courtesy, regardless of their political views. This neutrality is essential to the constitutional role she is preparing to inherit. Every gesture becomes a headline in today's media environment. A photograph taken in a fraction of a second can inspire thousands of online comments. A serious expression may be described as tension. A smile may be described as friendship. A moment of concentration may be interpreted as discomfort. Still images rarely tell the full story. That's why it's important to avoid drawing conclusions from isolated images without broader context. Learning international protocol. As Leonor gains experience, she is also learning the subtleties of international diplomacy. How to greet foreign dignitaries. How to conduct formal conversations. How to represent Spain with dignity. These skills are developed over years of official engagements rather than in a single meeting. Why the public is fascinated. People are naturally curious when royalty and powerful political leaders appear together. These encounters bring together two very different worlds. One represents an elected office. The other represents a constitutional monarchy with centuries of history. That contrast often creates memorable images, even when nothing unusual actually occurs. Looking ahead, as Princess Leonor continues preparing for the throne, she will almost certainly attend many more international events. She will meet presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, and other world leaders. Each meeting will provide another opportunity to strengthen her diplomatic experience. What matters most is not where she sits but how she represents Spain. Conclusion. When Princess Leonor is seen near a prominent world leader like Donald Trump, it's easy for dramatic headlines to suggest hidden stories. But in most cases, the real explanation is far less sensational. International protocol, official responsibilities, and the careful diplomacy expected of a future queen. Those are the forces shaping these moments, not speculation about awkward encounters. As Leonor's international role grows, moments like these will become increasingly common, and each one will prepare her for the day she represents Spain as its queen. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more factual and insightful stories about Europe's royal families. And let us know in the comments, do you think people sometimes read too much into official photographs of world leaders and royal families? Share your thoughts below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.